Before, after. Signs of death and debris everywhere. This is the new reality of downtown Beirut following massive explosions in the capital's port. The death toll from the blast now rising to at least 135, with dozens of people still missing. Over 5,000 injured, and more than 250,000 people displaced, homes left unfit to live in.
We really thought there was a bomb in the apartment, so we were all beginning to shout. No one understood what was happening. Then we took the car, we started going, but the roads were closed. So we parked the car here, and someone took us. We just did an auto stop. Someone took us. We went to Brumana just to go to the hospital because my boyfriend was bleeding, and my hand, we were like shaken up and stuff. So then we went to the hospital. Hospitals couldn't take us. There were like no rooms anymore, nothing. We went to another hospital outside of the city, and it was like people forgot about Corona. We were just bleeding. Everyone was bleeding. We couldn't move in the hospital. No one, people were helping each other. Doctors were not, it was, in my case, my hand is broken, I think. They told me it's not urgent. There are many more urgent cases, and it was horrible, really.
Meanwhile, as Lebanon struggles with this tragedy on top of an ongoing economic crisis and the coronavirus, many countries around the world are showing their solidarity, sending aid and emergency response teams, especially with several Lebanese hospitals having been hit by the blast too. Israel, for its part, putting politics aside, the Tel Aviv municipality building lighting up with the Lebanese flag in accordance with solidarity practices for tragedies around the world.
It's a very kind thing to put this flag on this building. I like to watch it. I think the citizens seems to care about the things that happens in the world and not just here in Israel.
What can we do than hoping for the best, you know? And like I said earlier, I really just hope that they will accept this aid, this support from Israel.
Then going beyond rhetoric, Israeli leadership also working hard to transfer medical equipment and aid to Lebanon via UN intermediaries. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Israel differentiates between governments and people.
ראשית, אני שולח בשם ממשלת ישראל תנחומים לעם בלבנון. אתמול היה בלבנון אסון גדול מאוד, ואנחנו ערוכים להושיט סיוע הומניטרי ללבנון כבני אדם לבני אדם.
As for the cause of the blast, Lebanese leaders are ruling out any sort of attack, shifting blame instead to negligence. Over 2,400 tons of highly explosive ammonium nitrate allegedly was stored improperly in a warehouse by the port, supposedly belonging to Iranian proxy terror group Hezbollah. The material had been in the warehouse for 6 years, though, after being confiscated by a Russian cargo ship in 2013. Customs and port officials having asked several times for it to be removed for this exact reason. Still, several Beirut port officials are being placed under house arrest as the Lebanese authorities investigate further. Some experts, including from Israel, adding that cheap pyrotechnics are likely to blame, supposedly going off due to the heat and igniting the explosive ammonium nitrate stored next door.